Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. Today's video is from start to finish technical analysis on OX or ZRX. It's a freshly added coin to Poloniex, and this was suggested by Joe Pegler in the comment section below. He said, OX next. Thanks for your work. I appreciate the comment, and what coin you guys want me to do next week, go ahead and comment in the description box and then the comment box below so that you guys can suggest what coin, and the top voted coin will be the one that I do technical analysis on next Monday. So let's get right into this. Alright, so as usual, I'm at my screen here and I'm on tradingview.com. Anybody can go to this website and do charting analysis on these coins. This has Poloniex and Bittrex all available on this site. And I'm looking at ZRX or OX. The symbol is ZRX BTC. It's available on Poloniex and a few other exchanges. We can check and see what those are. Coinmarketcap.com. Alright, so if we look at the OX exchanges, maybe I'll just type in ZRX here. Yeah, there we go. ZRX. This is on coinmarketcap.com. Then you can click on markets, and this will tell you the places that you can buy and sell this, which is Ether Delta, Liquid, BTER, a bunch of exchanges that I don't use. I generally use Poloniex and Bittrex. So it's available on multiple exchanges. This is the first coin Poloniex has added in a while. We've already had one market cycle play out, and it started to kind of level out since then. So if we look at the prices here on Poloniex, you can see that there's this huge dump. That was the day that it was added. It was added overvalued, and then we saw a significant dump in prices down to the price that it's at now. And so what you need to do is you have to zoom in with your scroll mouse until it gets all of that dumping out of the way and makes these candlesticks visible. Then over here on the right hand side, you just pull down and drag. Let's see here. You might need to have auto scale turned off. Interesting. For some reason I can't drag and scale this. Oh, there we go. Must have just been glitching out there for a second. So what you do is you zoom in until that dump is gone, and then you just drag over to the right, so that takes away auto scale, so that you can zoom and look at these candlesticks properly, because otherwise if you're just locked into the scale, it'll just look like a dump and then flatlining. So that's why I zoom in past the dump, pull a little bit on the right hand side on that scale, and that allows me to look around the chart a little bit easier here. So this one is, if you look at the previous price history on CoinMarketCap, like I said, we've had this one wave, two wave, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've had a market cycle play out here on 0x already, or OX, ZRX. It's worth about 34 cents, and it's down 3% today. We have about 6 million in 24-hour volume, which is generally a good sign. Our circulating supply is at 500 million. Total supply is at 1 billion ZRX. So that means I would assume that about half of this is held for the creators, but I haven't actually looked into the fundamentals of the coin, as I just trade chart patterns. So what I'm looking for in this chart pattern is to start to see some rounded movement, because that would indicate in my eyes that sellers are dying out and buyers are starting to get interested. So if a market rounds out on the bottom or on the top, they can round this direction too, like this. That would generally mean bearish movement if they round this way, and bullish movement if they round the way that it's starting to round, as we can see right now. So I'm just kind of drawing that, and right here it was pretty volatile, so I'm just going through the center of that volatility and considering that the form in which I can draw my rounded bottom line. Now, I am not buying this coin yet because it could dump further from here. That's why we need to let this round out. I'll tell you where and when I'll be interested in buying this coin. So you could accumulate now and it could go up, but the risk is too high to just guess on that, right? Trading is about probabilities, so you want the odds in your favor, and right now the odds are kind of unpredictable. There isn't enough data here to tell you whether it's going to go up or down. We do see some indications of bullish movement with sellers dying out as we start to bottom harder and as volume comes in on areas like here in this dip and then pump we saw, and right here in this small dip and falling onto the same support area. So this could be a double bottom formation that we see happening here. What we'd want to see is it to break out of resistance here at about 9,100 Satoshis, because this is the most recent form of resistance we have in the market, is at this point here where prices came down and then fell through and started to get oversold into this area. As we can see on the RSI, we started to get oversold signals, which is a good sign. So we could see bullish movement coming in this market very soon, and I think we will, especially since the previous price history just shows a market cycle and then consolidation. So consolidation is just moving sideways, not really any clear direction in the market, in simple terms. So I do think that we could be seeing bullish movement coming in this very soon, although before I'm interested, I want to see the first move in the new market cycle. So I want to see a pump and a pullback to happen before I'm interested. And the reason for that is it brings back the probabilities of this continuing going up in my favor. Rather than just the fact that it could go up from here, I have a clear indication and a good set of odds on my side. Since it's all about odds, it's like probabilities. You want to be looking for setups that have good odds in your favor. That's kind of what trading is all about, is figuring out all the little things that you can point towards to determine the odds of it going up or down, and then determine whether you're willing to risk 10% and have a target of whatever target. So it's like trading is really just about finding good odds, having a spot where you're willing to take your loss if the odds just don't play out. You know, if you don't have a win in the odds, right? Because it's like rolling a dice. If you've got good odds in your favor and you roll the dice and, you know, 4 out of the 6 numbers makes you a winner, then you just keep rolling that dice over and over and over and keep winning and winning. So that's what it's about, is finding the probabilities in your favor so that you've got good odds. And right now I would wait for this to pump up, breaking out of that resistance line that I showed, and pull back, and that is where I will be interested in entering this coin, because that confirms that we're not in a downtrend anymore. We would be breaking out of a double bottom formation, like I stated, which means we would have clear bullish indications of upward movement. It's also been consolidating or generally moving sideways, so this means that people have been slowly selling off or slowly buying. By the fact that it's rounding out, that would tell me that they were probably slowly buying this coin, buying more and more as it gets lower and lower, just accumulating and picking up as much as they could. So it would prove to me that the consolidation period is over and that we would have more bullish movement coming in this coin. So again, I will be waiting for a pump, and then I will be entering on the dip on that pump, wherever it is. I will be able to use Fibonacci retracement when it comes. So when the pump comes, I'll be able to look and see where the pumping stopped, draw a fib retracement, and use that as a good way to target my entry. I usually buy at the 618 or the 786. But yeah, so this one I'm just kind of holding off on. I do think it's got good potential. Obviously, if you look into the fundamentals, from what I've been told by people that are very heavily into fundamentals, it's got good ones, especially since most coins that get added to Poloniex dump for a few days and pump shortly after. We've seen that happen time and time again. So this is definitely one that I'll be interested in once we start to make a move on the upside, and I will probably be picking up as it falls back towards 10K after breaking out of resistance. So again, charts will always be in the description so that you can come back and look and press play and see how my chart did later and determine, you know, how accurate my analysis was. Obviously, this is all just based on probabilities, so I could be wrong, but right now the odds are in my favor for this to break out and pull back, and then again, the odds will be in my favor for an entry. So keep your eyes out on ZRX or OX token with the good fundamentals and the chart pattern that's really starting to look very nice here as we consolidate and move sideways and bottom out. Definitely one to have on your watch lists, and one that I feel very good about over the next little while. So thank you guys for the suggestion on this one, and I will switch to my other camera. Thank you for tuning in today's video. I hope that you learned something. I have a VIP course that I'm running, and in the description box below, go ahead and check out the links for that, where I will teach you guys how you can do technical analysis, how you can predict these coins and start making money doing it. I've had multiple people in my server tell me that they've already paid for their lifetime VIP. One guy paid for his lifetime off of one signal that I gave. I provide signals in that area, so there's quite a few members. We have over 40 averaging online lifetime VIP members daily, as well as 200 plus normal VIP members. So go to my website and check out that. You guys can get started learning all this technical analysis. It's greatly benefited me to have this knowledge, and it can be very profitable and beneficial for you to have this knowledge as well. You can make thousands of dollars trading cryptocurrencies in short periods of time if you're willing to learn this information. So go ahead and check out my website, highaltitudecrypto.io. Again, links in the description box below if you want to learn this, and I will catch you guys in my next video. As always, stay profitable.